Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
What is going on, you guys? Welcome to the Smacked Raw podcast, your wrestling recap show that you can find right here at youtube.com/Smacked Raw podcast, and then, of course, anywhere other podcasts are found. And, of course, we are the exclusive recap show for WrestlingNewsWorld.com. My name's Kyle. I'm joined by RN tonight on SmackDown. What's up, RN?
What's good, bro? How you doing?
I'm just noticing the shirt, man. I don't take enough time to look at you whenever I'm setting the show. I'm digging the shirt, man. It's fire, dude.
Bro, I'm told you, I'm going to be the resident wrestling shirt fucking model, whatever. So that'll be our thing when we finally get going. Like, send me the merch and I'll wear it on every show. What's up?
Hell yeah. That's the thing. We got to get on the ball with the t-shirts, man.
We got to.
ProWrestlingTees.com, man. That's what
the hashtag MuteRN has to be a shirt and heels doing heel things or heel shit, whatever, however you want to do it.
Hey, we'll merchandise it, yes. You guys, before we get into the show, we got to give a shout out for the sponsors and, of course, all the other stuff that we got to plug. So, first and foremost, if you're interested in one of those fancy titles that you can take to wrestling shows, you guys got to go check out Belts by Dan. They make fully customized championship title belts identical to the quality of those used on TV by like major boxing, MMA, and pro wrestling companies. And if you happen to be a champion like our boy Jay Thunder over on the NXT recaps, say that belt needs a little bit of shine up, you need a new strap on it, Belts by Dan has your back. They can go ahead and repair your championship belt. But for something a little bit more affordable, something quicker that you want to sink your teeth into, you guys have got to go check out on Thursday, May 28th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Pro wrestling legend and WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley is hosting a chat with NXT's finest group, the Undisputed Era, which features the current and the longest reigning NXT champion of all time, Adam Cole, baby. And then what else, man? Oh, yeah, the former NXT North American champion, Roderick Strong, and, of course, three-time NXT Tag Team Champions, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. I want to see him air guitar.
Facts.
Hell yeah. During the chat, hey, not only will you guys be able to listen in to the thrilling conversations, but you'll be able to ask any members of the Undisputed Era and Mick Foley questions. Think, dude, of the years of knowledge those guys have between them. The stories they must have. Dude, it's $20. Go ahead, hop on that Zoom call with everybody. It's for a good cause. All proceeds will benefit the Give Kids the World Foundation. For more information, go to WrestlingNewsWorld.com. Check it out. It's going to be fire, man. I really, really want to attend this. I'm going to have to figure out. Actually, You know what? I'm going to be off. That's right. I'm opening that night. I'm going to have that off. I am going to be there for sure. Oh, man. All right. Got that out of the way. What you drinking, dude?
Actually, I like to call it a white privilege. It's a White Claw with an extra shot of vodka and whatever juice you would like to put to it.
Oh my god.
I'm about to copyright that too. Don't steal my fucking name out there. I'm keeping that.
Man. Yeah. A white privilege. Oh man, I had to I think it was a couple weeks ago, I had to stop drinking on air. Not because like I said anything like I've regretted. It's I stumbled on my words and I was forgetting names, and then I got rattled in the live chat, which you guys can take part in. We're already getting hashtag MuteRNs in the live chat, by the way.
Well, that lets you know how lit I was with you, because I don't remember you stumbling your words or forgetting any names.
No, I was getting called Jerry the King Lawler and stuff because I was mixing up names. Like, I think one of the most egregious ones was I kept wanting to call, I think, Angel Garza Humberto Carrillo, and then Angelo Dawkins. I called him D'Angelo Dawkins, and I was just red-faced.
And would you do Raw? Would you do the show right after Raw?
Yeah, it was a Monday.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I know you weren't drinking on a Tuesday morning.
Yeah, no. It was a Monday night. It was late. I was tired, and the alcohol definitely did not help. That second half, I just fell apart, bro.
I think that show where you drank tequila and I drank my white privilege, I think that was the best SmackDown
Dude,
we
that
ever
was
did.
one of the funnest shows. I still remember that one. That was a good show. I
Hell,
played
we talked for another hour after we got done recording.
Well, let's not take an hour getting into the show, man.
Let's go.
Tonight's show, where do you stand on it, man? I think it was pretty damn good, actually.
It was a solid B minus for me. Like the wrestling was fucking amazing. Like,
yeah, and when you compare it to previous episodes of SmackDown,
right,
it makes it stand out even more.
And to me, I think that they have the people to have these long matches like this. Like they should do this more often. They don't have what it takes to make it all these stupid promos and shit that they want it to be, but they have the in-ring performance. So let them duke it out in the ring. Let them make that like it used to be. SmackDown was a wrestling show. Raw is the entertainment show. Let it go back to being that.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I mean, they did good tonight.
Yeah,
we'll get into it. A couple, especially one person in particular. I saw moments in a match where I was like, damn, I didn't know you had that in you. But we'll go ahead and we'll start the night off. C+ at best, Kyle. Matt Ritter says. Okay, that's Matt Ritter in the group chat, by the way.
Negative
over
Nancy
on the
ass Matt.
Smacking It Raw podcast. Still remind me to send out a cease and desist letter to him. Okay, I don't care if his show's been out longer. I want
Spiteful Matt. That's his name. Hashtag Spiteful Matt.
Spiteful Matt. We started off with a nice Memorial Day tribute to open the show. And then once the show officially kicked off, we got the Dirt Sheet segment with Miz and Morrison. They continue to roast Otis. They said it was a bad decision by Braun to help Otis last week. They said it was a bad decision like Becky choosing to have a child with Seth Rollins. That was a burn. All right.
Yeah.
that was pretty brutal.
That was as juvenile and like straight on heel duo that they are. Like they just make it work. Like it's basic shit. Like it's just heel 1-on-1, but I guess their charisma and their chemistry together, it just makes it work for me.
Incredible chemistry when they're on the mics
right.
together. They
you can tell they're genuinely friends.
Yeah, absolutely. They said Braun was so bad that Bray chose puppets over him. They end up showing a segment of rejected puppets. He got a sock puppet, a diaper, and then Mannequin Rose was actually kind of a nice touch.
Yeah, that was kind of dope.
Braun finally comes out, but instead of doing the typical thing where he destroys them because he's angry, he asks them to interview him, especially about Bray Wyatt, where Miz added a nice little subtle touch. Is like, Bray Wyatt's not done with you. Like, Bray is not done with you. You mocked him, you hurt him, and so that was a good touch to it. Afterwards, though, Morrison talks trash on Miz's behalf, gets a match put together, much to the chagrin of Miz, who obviously wasn't ready. And then, that match is set up. Braun promptly destroys both Miz and Morrison with ease. However, after the match, Morrison challenged Braun to a handicap match at Backlash for the title, which later on was made official. So another handicap match for a world championship.
As much as everyone knows I hate Braun Strowman with a passion, but I'm actually not mad at this. Like,
no.
they actually gave him a chance to kind of talk and not be that stupid ass mad baby, yelling and screaming. Like he actually like if you give him a chance like and let him settle in, like he actually is not too bad. Yeah. I can admit that. Like I can put my hate aside for him and say I wouldn't say coming around, but I mean he also did have two of the best, Miz, one of the best people on the mic in the world, with him. But this time I can understand this. Like this is what you have to do with Braun. Like you have to either give him a chance to be who he is personally and show that personality, or don't let him talk at all. But that monster mad shit, like it doesn't do it for me. Like
and that's mainly for the kids. That's who that's for. That's for the kids. I'm not mad. I'm trying to think. Didn't we just have? Oh, we had the 3-way handicap match for the IC title.
Yeah, that's how he lost the IC title.
Yeah, that's how he lost the IC title. And then, of course, you remember way back in the day, Stone Cold took on Undertaker and Kane in a handicap match where they simultaneously pinned him, and they were co-champions for like a day or so.
And like I said, even this type of match, like I'm all right with this type of stuff with Braun. Like, if you're gonna play him up as your champion, this is the type of things you need to do to really make him look like the monster among men. Like, I'm all right with this. Like, if you book him, like, they have ways and know how to book him. They just don't. I don't know. I don't understand like why they can't get it right with it.
Yeah. Matt Ritter in the chat once again. We have Sheamus, AJ, Jeff, and Daniel Bryan. Yet we get the Miz and Morrison are the ones getting the shot. He says GTFO. Well, listen, Matt. They're in the IC tournament. You know, I mean, they're booked. Who else you got that's not involved in the tournament? Drew
I hope they make the. No, I thought he was. Is he gone?
Yeah, that was a joke. It was a bad joke.
Oh, don't.
sorry,
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that to me.
Yeah.
Well, my thing is too. I hope they actually whoever wins it. I hope it's somebody that can actually make it the workhorse title that we all grew up and loving. Like the IC champion was the one at every show, defended at every show, the best matches, the guy that's there every night on the road. Like I hope whoever they decide to give it to, that they actually give us that.
Yeah.
Like I hope AJ wins it, honestly.
Yeah, we'll get into it once we read off obviously the winners of the two other tournament matches that took place tonight, because there actually is some fun stuff to think about with all those guys involved in that title scene. Bayley's backstage. She doesn't want Sasha in her corner tonight. She wants to do it on her own. I guess somebody has to look like a face in this match. We afterwards get a match between Bayley and Charlotte. It is the champion versus champion. Obviously, no titles on the line here. This is actually a really good match. This is what really got the blood pumping here. Early on was a nice touch. Both of them trying to cheat, starting with Bayley getting her feet on the ropes. The ref catches it, and then, of course, Charlotte does it right back to her. Did you notice Bayley's trash talk during the match? Dude, I was cracking up, man.
She is, I'm telling you, when it's all said and done, she's going to be the one that we all go back and say that we undervalued and underestimated her run when all this is said and done. Like,
Bayley's honestly hilarious.
That's who I got my money on, for real.
Yeah. Dude, Charlotte broke out a lion tamer in the match.
Right.
They called it a Boston crab, which it clearly was not, man. Bayley was on her neck. That's the good old Chris Jericho style. I didn't catch though. Charlotte didn't have her knee in her neck though, right? That's still.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. That'd be.
I think that's his signature.
Yeah, man. This match was hard hitting, man. Obviously, Charlotte going for the knees of Bayley, but I mean, really, no one ever really got the huge advantage. It was a straight up back and forth match. It came down into the end where Charlotte rolled up Bayley, but Bayley rolled through and reversed it and ended up using the ropes to beat Charlotte. It was a great match, honestly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Afterwards,
I like matches when you know that they're friends in real life because they beat the living shit out of each other.
They hate each other hard.
And it looks so realistic. Like, I dig it a lot.
Who was it that said that? Was it like Triple H? They said no one hits you harder like your friends when you're in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they said. If you pay close attention to the guys that really beat the shit out of each other, you know that how bad they beat each other is how much they really like each other in real life.
Oh, man. Backstage, Sasha Banks congratulates Bayley. No little dissension tease here, just straight up camaraderie, which is nice because you don't want to be too on the nose with that stuff.
I think they're trying to grind this out till Corona's over.
Yeah, get that in front of a crowd. I agree.
Right.
Yes, that payoff would be good. Sonya and Ziggler have a match against Mandy Rose and Mr. Money in the Bank Otis. That's still awkward to say. In a mixed tag match. Sonya Deville looks like she's officially part of the Broken Universe, given her entrance. She got that trench coat, the black hair. She's just missing like a white.
Kind of fucks with Sonya. I'm not gonna lie.
No, man, Sonya's the shit, dude. We constantly talked, like it's constantly brought up who has a higher ceiling between her and Mandy, and I would think the needle leans a little more towards Sonya, although not really a given, but in my opinion. But
yeah, I know. I agree with that. I mean, and the worst part is it's Mandy's looks.
Yeah, Mandy. Yeah,
that's what's holding her back. Yeah. I mean, that's why people don't take her serious. Yeah, we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, man, we keep bringing it up. I think people are coming around, but you hop on Twitter and it's nothing but thirst tweets whenever Mandy's on the screen. You don't ever actually see people like praising her matches, at least not too many of them. which is unfortunate, man, because she's been killing it lately.
She has been.
Yeah. The match starts out, Corey Graves spreading the rumor that things aren't well between Otis and Tucker. Even Ritter says, she don't F's with you, RN. Referring to Sonya Deville.
Why you gotta be like that, man?
I don't know,
like,
man.
why?
He's just he's roasting us, bro. He's roasting us. It's all good. Yeah, Corey Graves over there spreading rumors. I do wonder, though. There's got to be a breakup angle between Tucker and Otis. Story-wise, how is Tucker really being cool at this point? I've been off TV for a month. You know, you're strictly doing your thing with Mandy. You think really Tucker, like, story-wise, would come in like, oh, I'm super happy for you? You know, he's getting tossed by the wayside in all this, man.
Like I said, we talked about this a while ago. I think Tucker has the higher ceiling than Otis, to be honest. But at this point, like you said, he's been off TV so long, like, he's gonna get the short end of the stick on this no matter what.
Yeah, so. Man. He's gonna get the Janetti tags. Is what's
right.
gonna happen. During the match, the heels they gain early control when while Mandy and Sonya are in the ring. Dolph attacks Otis from behind, sends him into the steps. The heels end up controlling most of the match.
She beat the brakes off her most of this match.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Sonya did to Mandy. Otis did get a little bit of a hot tag in there, but that's the thing about the mixed tag matches. All you got to do is just tag your partner in, and that hot tag is taken out of the match. And that's what ended up happening. As Dolph and Otis are brawling outside the ring, Sonya hits Mandy in the back of the head with a nasty knee, picking up the win for her team. While Otis is tending to her, he eats a nasty super kick. The faces are laid out. Sonya and Dolph walk tall in this. I wonder where this feud goes. It's hard to have an intergender feud because you can't mix up. You can't do like tornado tag style. You can't mix it up. So it's difficult, the idea of like how this feud could have a proper blow off.
No, it's gonna happen. The only thing I could think of is if they involve the Money in the Bank case.
Yeah.
Like a mixed tag or a match with one of them in each other's corner. Whoever wins gets the Money in the Bank thing. That's the only thing I could think of.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry I broke up that one. Once again, our buddy Matt Ritter over at the Smackin' It Raw podcast says he's not here to roast. He's just here to show his love for my brother-in-law pod, even though RN is cosplaying as Devon tonight. It's the tie-dye. I totally saw it.
I'm not mad at that.
No, actually, that was a good one, bro. That was a good one. I
look like a big-ass thing of cotton candy in this motherfucker. My girlfriend bought it and made me wear it. Get off my back.
So for what you guys listening to the podcast, you can't see it, but the shirt that RN is wearing, it's a New Day shirt, but it's like a tie-dye form, and it's mainly like pink and blue, similar to the tie-dye shirts the Dudleys would wear. Yeah. Oh man, that's a good one. But yeah, go back to. I'm sorry, man. Before I rudely interrupted you, what were you saying? Like involving the Money in the Bank briefcase?
Oh, the only blow up I can see is if they do either a mixed tag or do a match with Otis and Dolph for the Money in the Bank. Yeah.
Yeah, being weird, man. What if you did? Let's see. What could you do? No,
I can't think of how you blow this off. Like,
no, it's
going on for like 6-7 months now. It's been going on since before Valentine's Day.
But all four members are so embroiled. It's like you have to have two blow off matches, or
or you have to have a mixed match like they just had.
Yeah, man. I don't know. That's a hard one. We'll see how WWE is able to book it because it's an awkward one. Backstage, Jeff Hardy didn't know where his final run would lead him, but he's happy it's towards the IC title because it's the first title he won on his own. He's also happy that it's going to go through the bully Sheamus, who wants to stop Jeff's final run. You know what I mean? I know. Hey, look, I do like that they tie it into his first title. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They do make some sense of it, give some motivation. It makes sense. I'm always happy when continuity comes into play.
It's gonna be a
know
no
what I
for me,
mean?
dog.
It is what it is. Especially when you compare the promo next to the next one, the Forgotten Sons, who's I do like the disclaimer. The Forgotten Sons' opinions do not reflect those of WWE. Yeah, viewer discretion advised. I think that was meant to be taken seriously, but I found it actually quite funny.
I literally forgot their promo.
It's just another unappreciated promo. You guys didn't like us. Like, you guys didn't appreciate us when we came home from serving in the military. Now it's on you, the revenge that we're taking. I mean, it's short and, I don't know, uninspired. Man.
I mean, that message, I kind of can get behind that message because I have a couple friends that are vets and stuff and felt that way, but they made them so unoriginal and vanilla. That's at this point, it's hard to dig out of that. I'm sorry.
No, and that's the thing is they got this like really generic appeal to them. Like,
and they all look alike. They look like fucking like you can interchange them out. Like
they all kind of share the same character, just angry ex-military guy. You know what I mean? And that's their depth. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I think Riker will probably end up coming out of this okay. He's got a good look. He's a big dude.
Man, I've been waiting on Riker for years after he got signed by them from Impact. Like, what the fuck? What?
Said, man, I'm reaching, man. I'm just reaching. I'm trying to come up.
No, I'm saying, like, I mean, I'm not mad that they put him with a crew, but my thing is, like, why are you letting those two fucking losers out front? Let him be the front man and they just be his henchmen. Like he should be in the IC tournament or something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like the core, you know what I mean? The core, the later versions of Nexus, Social Outcast, the freaking, what was the international one? The League of Nations.
Yeah, but at least all of those, Wade Barrett was out front and they were his lackeys. And that's what I'm saying. Like, make Jackson Riker be your front man and make these two Jay Brones, Jabers, or whatever the hell they are, let them be his lackeys. Like, they're the ones out front wrestling all the matches. I can't even remember the last time Riker fucking wrestled.
I know. No, it's true. Yeah,
NXT last year sometime.
Yeah, Riker is always on the outside. He's never really in the match. Yeah, I think because they do want him to be like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird. They feel like a watered down Sanity. You know what I mean? Sanity was DOA when they landed on SmackDown, and these guys feel worse off. Although, be it they're getting a bigger push. But I don't know, man. For
sure. Like, Sanity never even made it to SmackDown. Remember, they kept advertising them and they never showed up.
They showed up for, like, Shane McMahon, one match that he had against, who was it Shane went against? In that no DQ match. And the guy laid out everybody. Oh, God, I can't remember. Anyways, we'll move on. I've already forgotten. Miz isn't happy about Morrison getting him into that match earlier, but you can't be too upset when you have a world title match. And they intend on taking down the foundation of Braun Strowman and making his life a living hell leading into their match into Backlash. So we're going to get a bunch of segments of Miz and Morrison.
We were talking about this before the thing. Like, like I said, again, full disclosure, I hate Braun Strowman, but him and Miz do actually have really good chemistry, and their matches aren't terrible at all. So, and I like their back and forth. Like, Miz needs to get his roses. I don't think he gets nearly as much credit for being as awesome as he is on the mic as a heel or a face. But I think that this is a kind of a perfect combination for him, because I think Morrison is terrible on the mic as well, but Miz can carry this whole thing. He can carry both of them, load them up, and he can carry them.
It pays dividends for Miz to focus on his character work all those years, opposed to trying to go all out in the ring and injure himself.
Right.
So now he's got all these years.
Which he's not bad in the ring. Like, I think he's underrated in the ring as well.
Yeah. Although I do think that public opinion has come around to Miz, though. I don't think we're in a minority. I think a lot of people have a lot of respect and appreciate Miz.
Well, a lot of it is, like, he's the MVP. Like, whenever Roman's not around, they always go to Miz for everything outside of the ring. Mm-hmm. Like, they know that Miz is going to be able to pull off anything they need him to pull off. And I think that he doesn't get enough credit for that. And I mean, how long has he been with the company? Damn,
been forever, man. I mean, they've given him 2 matches at WrestleMania with John Cena. If that shows like the respect and swagger he's earned, he's gone to WrestleMania with WWE's poster boy twice.
I just think this man was on another reality show claiming he wanted to be a professional wrestler, and he made that shit happen. And he won at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like, this man doesn't get enough credit at all.
You know what I just realized, though? I actually skipped over the AJ Styles and Nakamura match that went on.
I thought that's what was
like,
coming up
at
next.
the end of the show, man. I hadn't even gone over the first earlier in the show, AJ Styles took on Shinsuke Nakamura. It's announced that AJ Styles has officially been traded to SmackDown for future considerations, a.k.a. Roman's gone. We need a huge face on the show, said AJ. I mean, it is his house that he built anyways. You know what I mean? So let's just face it. Like, AJ Styles works on SmackDown so much better than Raw. Like, he made it his own thing. The match did start off fairly slow. I was really getting pissed off because I was like, these guys, you can tell, like, they have that New Japan style in them, but they're being forced to work the WWE style with a bunch of rest holds. And it's like you could have honestly taken AJ Styles and Nakamura out there and inserted anybody else, Heath Slater and Rhino, and you still had the same match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But towards the end, it actually wound it up pretty good. You caught Nakamura putting AJ in a triangle choke, which Styles reversed into a Styles clash. That was fire. But he still needed the phenomenal forearm to put away Nakamura for good.
This match may have been better than their title match that they had.
Yeah, it didn't end with Dick Kick City. You know?
Right.
You know,
and I just want to say, like, how fucking terrible have they done Nakamura?
I know.
It breaks my heart that, like, we had such high hopes for him. At the time, wasn't he the longest reigning NXT champ? I think
during his time, yeah, and also not many guys have had a more just as big of a debut match like AJ had with Sami Zayn, their takeover match when Nakamura debuted.
Yeah, and then wasn't he the first 2-time NXT champ?
I'm not sure. It
was either him or Finn, but I'm almost positive. But either way, like, I knew it was over for him when they changed his theme song. Like, why would you change the most fire fucking theme song maybe in the last 5 to 10 years? Why would you change that?
They said it was changed because he was going heel.
And
and his theme was too catchy. You can't be a bad guy and everybody sings your theme song the whole time.
Why not? It happens in WWE. WWE is filled with tweeners.
I know.
Like, why did they have to do, like, they handcuff him anyway because he can't speak English anyway. So why would you take away what few tools he had to get over with the audience?
Man.
Like, I'd never understood that. Like, it was like, and if he leaves, it's their fault. Like, they deserve. He should go. He should go somewhere else.
Well, see, that's the thing is maybe he doesn't want to. You know, one of the speculations of why he wound up in the WWE was he had a long, great career, time to make some real money. You know what I mean? Take less risky, less damaging moves in the WWE because arguably WWE does have a safer in-ring style than New Japan.
Definitely not strong style at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Once he put that Scuba Steve outfit on, I knew it was over for him.
I gotta say the Michael Jackson.
The one he had tonight was fire, though. I will say that. But once he put the Scuba Steve wetsuit on, like, oh my, it's over.
Yeah. The chat says Joe and Shinsuke were both 2-time champs as well. You got people in the chat debating now of the 2-time champ stuff. So
I know. It was either him or Shin was the first 2-time champ. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah. So from the first. Oh, and by the way, so that also means now that AJ will face Elias in the semifinals.
Wait, no, I thought it was Corbin.
No, Elias beat Corbin.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah, with a roll-up, Corbin's nemesis. It's like 9 out of 10 losses Corbin eats are through roll-ups.
Yeah. I'm so sick of the roll-up. Like, that nothing in the world pisses me off more besides Braun Strowman than the roll-up.
Then just the relying on roll-ups.
How can that many people go down to the roll-up? That is the most devastating. I don't know why anybody doesn't use it as a finisher because the roll-up gets more wins than any move in the history of fucking wrestling. Look at the 24/7 title.
It's cheap, man. It's you steal a victory. It prevents damaging one guy while also preventing to push the other. Nobody.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. But if you pull the trunks, if you hold the ropes, but a normal fucking roll up, no. Unless you're like Braun Strowman or Big Show size, a normal roll up shouldn't hold anybody down.
I'm telling you, man. I know. It's ludicrous. It's the reliance that they have on the roll up victory.
Yes.
Speaking of which, we'll bring us into the main event. Sheamus taking on Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy was really out of his depth in this one. Sheamus is a physical specimen, a beast of a man. And Jeff Hardy, no, couch potato himself, but, a smaller fella from North Carolina, man.
Again, even though I'm completely out on Jeff Hardy, I will say, like, this match was probably one of his better matches. Like, he wasn't too crazy. He was kind of old Jeff Hardy where he was doing some high flying stuff, but not like this kind of, like, this was a pretty decent match for Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't too bad. It told the story right because Jeff got his ass whooped like he should. There's no way you should have Jeff controlling the pace of a match against someone like Sheamus.
Ever.
No. And Jeff's style doesn't lend it because for a smaller guy, they need to have a real strong style, and Jeff just doesn't have that.
Right. What I was thinking, like, for Jeff, especially this part of his career, why not make him into the new Mick Foley, where he does some hardcore stuff, does some crazy shit, but I mean, like, everyone knows he's the just charismatic enigma, whatever.
Try to make spots look really dangerous, but pre-plan them to keep them safe.
Exactly. At the same time, where you're not surprised that he did it because of Jeff Hardy, but also it's not super crazy where looks like he gets killed and be out for TV for 2 weeks. But like,
exactly.
I think that, especially with his redemption role and coming back because of the drugs and stuff and everything, like, I feel like that kind of like Cactus Jack kind of role for Jeff. Like, I think that would be kind of dope.
Yeah, no, I could see that for sure. Absolutely. It's just a matter of not if Vince wants to take that risk on a new character with Jeff because like with these guys, they rely so heavy on the nostalgia sell. Yeah, that's why.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to change the character so much, but get rid of the face paint and shit. Just let him come out and be his normal self. Like, that motherfucker wears cutoffs and shit every day. He don't wear that net stuff around. Like, even all his mugshots and everything, he had on cutoffs.
The vintage, the heartthrob Jeff Hardy, the 22-year-old.
He's 50 years old. He ain't a heartthrob no more. Let him come out and be a legend. Like, I could get behind that if he just came out like, I got more heart than you. I can't fight like I used to. I can't do the moves that I used to, but I can out-heart you.
Yeah,
like, I could get behind that for sure.
He's got grit.
Grit.
Yes. Jeff got dumped on the table early on, and Sheamus is still pissed off at Michael Cole for doing his job and commentating because he gets in Michael Cole's face every chance he gets. Let me see. Yeah, Sheamus lays in the really stiff shots throughout the match. Yeah, like I said, just beats the piss out of Jeff. During Jeff's late resurgence, Sheamus gets the knees up to block a swanton bomb. However, Sheamus misses the brogue kick, and Jeff reverses the Irish curse into a roll-up victory. He will now face Daniel Bryan in the semifinals.
I'm kind of looking forward to that match.
Yeah, that's an intriguing match. So the finals, you have on one side, you have Daniel Bryan and Jeff Hardy. On the other side, you've got Elias and AJ Styles. All of these guys, maybe not so much with Elias, look damn good with that IC belt. AJ Styles and will look good with any title around him. Doesn't matter. Daniel Bryan, deep down has a real passion and respect for the IC title and the lineage that it holds and what that IC belt represents to a lot of people. And Daniel Bryan wants to bring that back. And then, of course, you have Jeff Hardy's career story. It was the first belt that he went out and won on his own. And then here he is at the end of his career. Maybe it's the last belt that he ever holds, potentially.
My head says AJ should get it, and I'm kind of hoping for that. But my heart, remember when Daniel Bryan won it? That was when he got injured and he couldn't defend it, right?
Yeah, that was
for the ladder match.
That was the one that he relinquished for his retirement.
Yeah, he won the ladder match at WrestleMania, and then he had to relinquish.
And then he had to let it go like the next day or something, and then he had to retire.
If we get AJ versus Daniel Bryan, no, who? I don't remember.
Ryback.
Oh yeah.
Ryback, yeah, he came out, gave like a Ryback tried to give a babyface promo, like, I respect you, Daniel Bryan. And then he had to try not to eat him.
As long as we end up with AJ versus Daniel Bryan, I don't give a fizzuck about any of this.
Yeah.
And this better be at a pay-per-view.
AJ not on Bryan, man, that's a match.
Fire.
Ooh, boy. Hey, that don't get your blood going.
Right.
Oh, man. Oh yeah, so that's interesting. The IC title picture has a lot of good stories that you can spin, especially going into these semifinals, which I wasn't paying attention, but they take place next week, I would assume.
I didn't pay attention either.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Every time they played the greatest show, when they showed the graphic for Randy Orton and Edge.
Who comes up with this stuff?
Dude, I'm still convinced that's a joke. I'm still convinced
it has to be something that popped somebody in the back and they just ran with it, man.
Yes.
It has to be.
Or it could just be Vince trying to rewrite history, saw all that negative backlash they got for their last man standing match, and is just trying to rewrite history. I don't know, man.
And that's the thing with Vince, you never know if he's trying to pull a rib or if he's really trying to do something.
I got to tell you, man, they're leaning heavy into it, though. It's hilarious. It's so funny,
well, it's every. I guess they don't have a tagline for Backlash, so they're gonna use it on on it. I guess
the greatest wrestling match ever. Just oh my god, it's so stupid.
I'm just telling you right now. I'm using this podcast as a platform to get me into WWE, so I can change some shit. Like
just change it.
I'm trying to be a writer. I want to be a part of this to let these motherfuckers know in real life this shit is lame, and whoever you got writing this stuff, like I'm gonna get fired. Prior, if I get on there, I'll be fired within the first 90 days. Because anytime they come up with this weak, weird shit that we talk about, I'm like, bro, do you guys not look at Twitter? Like nobody likes this, bro. That shit is lame. I'll look Vince McMahon right in his old dusty eyes and tell him, like, bro, you're wrong. I'm gonna get fired first weekend. I can admit that.
Well, we'll keep you. You always have a job here at the Spectrum Podcast. But yeah, that's the show, man. Thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night for the official Double or Nothing recap show. We would have our predictions up, but our own NXT lead producer / host Vince forgot to record the audio. So you guys don't get to see me slamming tequila because I'm not hosting, getting drunk, making outlandish picks. I'm talking so outlandish, like I was taking Brody Lee over John Moxley. I'm glad that's not going on record now with some hindsight goggles on. You know, I'm kind of glad. But you guys have Vince to thank. Go ahead, hit up at SES Vince on Twitter and thank him for that predictions video that is in the garbage. What a waste of money.
Make sure you use hashtag SmackNXT to really get our attention.
Yeah. But once again, thank you guys. And until next time, of course, you guys have a good one.
Maybe.